Daikaiju Network, where we have a healthy obsession with kaiju. I'm your co-host, Kent, and with me is your other co-host,
Jason. How's it going, everyone?
So we are going to cover in this podcast episode, episodes 34 through 36 of Spectreman. However, there's a twist this time. Oh, man. Of course, now I call
him coughing. That's the twist.
Good night, everybody. Hold on here. The twist is we're actually going to be doing a commentary / discussion of those 3 episodes. And there's a distinct possibility we may be doing this in the future with the remaining Spectreman episodes. So don't get ahead of us and ask, well, are you going to do it with Kamen Rider? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So we're going to do something a little bit different. We decided to do this because, number one, I hate doing notes. So
same here.
There's a laziness factor into it. Number 2, it saves us some time during the course of the week to get prepared, which again is another laziness factor. Jason's got a job. I've sort of got a job too, but other things that I need to do around the house and with the kids and stuff. So you could argue maybe there's another laziness factor with that too. And then number 3 is the fact that I think sometimes some of our best stuff is when we do things live. And so I think as we watch these, you get more of our live reactions to them, and we can do the discussions. The podcast episodes definitely are going to be just a tad longer than what they would be if this were a regular discussion, because our regular discussion run times of discussing Spectreman episodes runs roughly an hour. These will run maybe pushing an hour and a half when you include not just watching the episodes themselves, but any sort of discussion. Yeah. So an hour and a half is probably the max, but that's fine. Hey, we did a 5-hour episode to end last year on, so, you know.
And I hope that never happens again, because I was zoning out towards like the last hour of that one.
So that's what we're going to do this time. We'll see how it works, and then we'll see if it's something we want to do moving forward. So before we even get started with episode 34, Jason, a little bit of housekeeping.
Yeah, so pretty much the usual shtick here. If you see a subscribe button down below or above wherever you're watching us, either on YouTube, Rumble, whatever the video platform, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as well as hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and if you have any topics you want to discuss that we're talking about here, you can write them down in the comments below. And for everything Daikaiju Network, you can find us all in one place at our Linktree URL right there / Daikaiju Network. And we're available on platforms besides YouTube. We're on Rumble, Twitch, Facebook, and as well as X, formerly known as Twitter. And we have audio. We're available on audio platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, as well as TuneIn. And you can find both video and audio versions of our episodes right on our website at daikaijunetwork.com. And there's a little bit of an announcement when it comes to the audio versions here. Just the other day, after many years, finally migrated all the episodes from our website where we hosted most of the audio versions of our episodes on our website over to Podbean. So not only we're still available on the audio platforms I just listed out here just a minute ago, now we're also on the Podbean. So pretty much every listed pages on our website moving forward is going to have the Podbean audio, and there's going to be chapters that you can select to go to certain areas of the episode too. So that's going to be really helpful this time around. And so we're going to be also on the Podbean app as well. So that's makes my job a hell of a lot easier this time around.
Now, did you write anything up on our social media pages as far as about this?
Not yet. This is the first time I mentioned about it. I know I was going to get around to it, but I thought, why don't I just announce it right here on the
All right. So are we ready to?
yeah.
What?
Later on, I'll get around to officially announcing it on everywhere. So,
By the way, did you see my private message I sent like a moment ago?
not yet because I was in the middle of doing the housekeeping here.
Okay. Well, are we ready to start these episodes?
Yeah, right now. So I'm doing the YouTube version of these episodes here. So right now I'm on the screen where it has the Richard L. Rosenfeld presents.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this
there.
set up on because I'm doing the DVD here. Hold on. Okay. All right. All right. So, he's doing YouTube version. I've got a DVD set here. So you can, watch along with us. I know this is last minute, but you know what? The great thing about this being a podcast is that you can pause this at any moment in time and get your own setup and gear. So, mine is called The Wrath of Moon Thunder for episode 34.
Yeah, I don't know what mine is. Mine is just Spectreman episode 34.
All right. Well, I'm sure that probably was the official title in production. So Spectreman number 34.
Yeah, who knows?
Well, that stinks. Well, that segment's going to have to go by the wayside if we continue this.
Well, if I had a portable DVD player on my laptop here, maybe I could have done it, but that's
maybe
not going to happen.
You can ask Santa Claus this Christmas.
Whatever.
So what we're going to do kind of for both Jason's and my sake, but also for your sake, is we're going to do something similar to what we've done with commentaries in the past. Is I'm going to count down from 3. And then once I say go, we're going to start. So that way we're as close to being synchronized as possible. So that way, stuff doesn't get too goofy. So yeah. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. So here we go. I will go 3, 2, 1, go. When I say go, that's when we'll hit play. 3, 2, 1, go. So this is interesting. We've never done this before with an actual show.
For some reason, for a while, I was actually thinking about this, but I was like, I don't know of how long that we can actually keep up with this sort of thing. But here we are. We're actually doing it. So,
we're always breaking new ground.
Quote unquote, breaking new ground.
So are people able to see our ugly mugs?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, whatever you see on your screen is what they're going to see. So,
damn it. There,
unless if you want me to hide them. Do you want me to hide them? I can do that.
Might as well. It's what we do during movies.
Okay. So I'll just put this.
There's no point in looking at us while we're doing this. There we go. All right. I find it that at least with this American deal, they keep opening up a vast majority of the episodes with this whole deal about waste and pollution, but yet the series has kind of veered away from this a little bit at times.
Yeah. And one thing, towards the end of that whole cutscene there, it's like, is that supposed to be Joji there? Or one of the GT members or what? Or
yeah.
Some random dude.
Oh, I know. When I first saw this, I'm like, oh, that's got to be the dude doing Spectreman. It's like, nope. And I'm like, then why are we showing that?
To the moon.
Oh, America, we activated. Oh, this was put in. That was put in post-production.
Boy, look at those astronaut helmets. Holy shit.
This had to be done after the Rosenfeld guy acquired the series. There's no way this was part of the original Japanese production.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was the case,
radioactivity, and they're holding it within their suits without any sort of radioactive protection.
yeah, it's like if this was a Rosenfeld sort of production right here, I would have to say that this could be probably the only one that they would have done.
I have to admit, though, there is a charm to it that I do like. The cheapness looking of the set and the miniatures. Like, I would love a I would love like a little movie or something like this.
Yeah. Yeah, gory.
Only he has the right to explore. Well, doesn't that mean that how are you surprised by this? You should have seen the rocket take off from the Earth however many days ago and landing on the moon. I mean, whose fault is that?
Yeah.
Knifehead.
That howl sounds a bit familiar. And that
This looks like
and that monster sort of looks familiar from one of the past Spectreman.
I was gonna say, it looks like that kangaroo-looking one that we had.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, from a few episodes ago. Yeah, same head actually. Holy crap! Please set up the nightclub for us for when we get back.
And the ladies love astronauts. Maybe not. I mean, they're watching something. They may have changed the dialogue and the exposition. That's maybe what the Rosenfeld production company.
Probably.
You mean some kind of life? Yeah, that's what organic means.
You know, since there's the Japanese version of the show here on YouTube, I'm going to have to maybe later take a look, see if there's a Japanese version of this episode, and see if that whole beginning segment with the astronauts in outer space there, if it actually exists on that.
If you find anything, let me know. I would love to see a Japanese version of this show, because something tells me there have been occasional episodes where they haven't been quite kosher.
This scientist, wasn't he in one of the Ultra 7 or something?
I've tried blocking out that series.
Because that scientist looks so familiar.
He does, yeah. I mean, I can't quite place him at the moment.
Because I think he was in one of the episodes. His body was taken over by an alien, and then
is it the alien that like went up a drain or something?
Maybe.
Or am I thinking of a Spectreman episode where that happened? Maybe it was a Spectreman episode where some creature.
You probably were
I think it was
smoking on
Spectreman
something.
where some creature like went up a sink drain, and we were like, "Yeah, that's not how it works."
Yeah. You probably were drunk at the time.
All these writers, I'm sure, that worked on the series were drunk at the time.
Yeah.
The only bad thing about some of these older shows is that the American dub is ever so slightly distorted sometimes, to where if you're doing what we're doing right now, it's hard to sometimes pick out exactly what they're saying.
Right.
Because I'm sure back then, they had no concept of like, oh, maybe people will end up wanting these on home video and they'll want to rewatch them. So let's do everything we can to preserve them. The thought never crossed their mind.
Well, and what you mentioned right there, preserving, you can definitely tell that there hasn't been a whole lot of preserving with these certain shows like Spectreman here for it to be important in a way, for it to be preserved.
At least with the American production crew.
Yeah. Cars has a really funny haircut.
I don't like the fact they changed his mask. I mean, I don't know. On some level, it still looks ape-like, but I thought the other one looked even more ape-like.
Yeah. And I could have sworn in one of the previous few episodes, and I should have probably mentioned it in the last episode. It looked like that. It was a bit different compared to this one or the one prior.
Yeah.
So this
I will say I like the
wasn't-
design of this kaiju, even though its cranial horn crest, looks very flimsy as all hell. But
Yeah. Well, and then also it's pretty much the same from that. The same head from the monster from prior.
what happened? It made it look like that kaiju. Okay, I was gonna say, like, what happened here? I thought the kaiju was gonna run into him.
Yeah, that's why I
That
thought
was quite
too.
a sharp turn there.
But then it was so weird to have that screenshot of a town there.
It does, yeah.
I gotta piss.
I was gonna say, it looks like he has to go to the bathroom really bad.
And then the guy.
So this kaiju was gonna ram him, and then he passes them again. That makes. Why does he want to go head on? Why doesn't he take him from behind? Well,
I
keep
guess
dodging
that's
it like you
his.
have.
I guess this is a little shtick just to try to. It's like the guy's got a dirt face.
You should get a screenshot of that and make that the cover picture for this episode. Spectreman part derp. I'll give them credit. They're trying to be a little realistic with the craft entering the atmosphere.
Yeah. I did it.
If all these guys are fainting, then how are they astronauts? Because that should be part of their train. Unless this stone, I guess, is doing something. But
And then explodes.
wow, yeah.
So you can kind of say that's a structural failure.
Either that or the stone. I guess, and we're supposed to imply that the stone
And then,
did that.
and then it's like he's just gassing from his ass there.
It's like an octopus, though, inking the water to make its escape.
And I thought that the monster was their creation, but guess not.
And see, how is this monster a creation of pollution?
Yeah.
This is how, like, the series has occasionally kind of gone off course.
Well, in fact, the monster is from the moon, so it's not even like a pollution-related kaiju for that part.
Did he just say right on?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, we got to get, like, all the man-made wonders.
Oh boy, just show that it's worldwide.
That boy is ready for the destruction of the planet.
How much you want to bet that that kid's name is Kenny?
I'm willing to bet my life savings on it.
Because apparently the one episode where most of the team was stuck in that lighthouse tower.
Oh yeah.
That boy's name was also Kenny. I should have brought that up too.
It would have been funny if they said stop being a Kenny. He's like, but my name is Kenny, and they're just like, oh crap.
Or else I'll just be like, well, then stop being a Kenny then.
Stop being you. Be someone else that's not you.
Yeah.
Power.
Well, no shit.
What do you think it was? It was some babe in a hot bikini. Sorry. I just haven't had a good time in a long time.
Don't say in front of Margaret.
It sounds like a creaking door.
I think that's what it's how actually comes from.
That's a pretty neat moment. It makes no sense, but it's cool to look at.
Yeah.
There's no way you're alive. That whole thing was engulfed in flames. Give me a break. That whole thing like blew up and was on fire. What?
It seems like within that room there isn't any fire going on.
Oh my gosh. Okay, my suspension of disbelief left the door. Give me a break. Oh, is it San Francisco?
It looks like it. It's got the Golden Gate Bridge right there.
I thought those jets were going to crash into the bridge.
It's like the monster's got some kind of rain jacket on it.
Kind of, yeah. I'm glad that we're getting like some miniatures and stuff for it to interact with. You haven't seen a whole lot of this in the series.
Mm-hmm. Or something that's like more international for that matter. Even though you want to destroy it for yourself at one point. Let's keep following it, Dr. Gory.
Yeah, and he's making it seem like he's controlling it when all he's doing is sitting there watching it.
Yeah. And trying to make himself think that he can order it around when he doesn't have some kind of control device to control it.
By the way, Joji just allowed part of San Francisco to get destroyed.
There you go, Kent. Your favorite people there.
You can't see it, but I've got a gesture for the Overlord. So Joji is partially responsible for San Francisco being destroyed because he decided to sit there and watch it on television.
Yep. Along with Kenny.
Spectreman, you're under arrest. Aw.
You can always blame Kenny for having him sit down with him watching it on TV.
But you could say that Joji's an adult. He knows better, at least theoretically.
Well, and two, he's a cyborg. You would think that you would know.
Yeah, but Cyborg is part human, though.
So in that case, he
this
should
little
be
kid have any
smart.
parents? Because all he's doing is listening to the radio and watching TV.
Yep. That had to be like a matte paint in front.
Yeah, I'm willing to go with it. Where's the front door?
I like to talk to your manager.
It's within the 90-day return limit. So wait a minute, I crossed over Japan where there was one moonstone, but yet it decided to go even further across the globe for this one?
Who knows?
That makes no sense. I bet we're going to find out these are eggs or something.
What's that?
I bet we're going to find out these stones are actually eggs.
Probably. I wouldn't be one bit surprised if that is the reason.
Tara's got some bling.
He's always had some bling ever since.
Just realized
you
that.
Notice that?
That building's filled with dirt.
You know, it's kind of funny too that you see one scene where he lands in New York, but then the next scene we're out here in this middle of nowhere ville of
Yep.
New York.
Do you know New York had a lot of open space?
Talking about the entire state.
I'm talking about the city, metropolitan area.
Most of it is just all buildings, if that is the case. What the heck?
What the heck?
So you're saying like the cloak and stuff is just an outer shell?
That's what it seemed like.
You were just talking about this earlier, dude. You said it was going after the moonstones. And so that's pretty much it.
All right.
Episode 34.
You want to bring us back for a moment here?
I sure did.
All right. So that seemed actually quite fast here. So what do you make of it, Jason?
It seemed pretty good at first, but then it just seemed like it started to get a little bit crazy here. And then you get almost the exact same monster from a few episodes ago.
Yeah.
With the same head and everything, but maybe different features body-wise. and it looked like it had a rain jacket on it. And then you had Joji here talking about, as I stated earlier, he said that it was coming for the Moonstones. And then he had another epiphany right at the end of this episode saying the exact same thing. It's like, you just said that, dude.
Yeah.
But it's a good concept, but it just felt like the execution was a tad bit off and a tad bit goofy.
Well, that's how the whole series is. What would be the letter grade you give it?
For episode 35, I probably
34.
34. My bad. I was looking at 35 on here. Boy, I probably would be more or less in the middle ground on this. I'll give it a C+ on it.
That's the grade I'm going to give it. I think that there definitely was some good stuff here. It felt like a meandering episode that I don't think were necessarily quite sure as far as what to do with it, and so they just extended certain scenes. It was nice to have some miniatures in there. I'll give it a few props for that. The kaiju is mildly interesting. Joji, though, once again is responsible for death and destruction a little bit.
Yeah.
As has been the occasional case with him. But it's fine. It's ever so slightly, I think, above average compared to what we've seen throughout most of the series at this point. But yeah, I give episode 34 a C+ as well.
Yeah, and following up with a few really good episodes from the last episode here, it's like, guys, you had something going on with those last few episodes. What the heck is going on here?
Well, here's the thing, though. I will say that this series, yes, it has had some drop-offs after some good episodes, but I don't think the drop-offs have been quite as severe as what we got with Ultra 7. Ultra 7, if you remember, I was always like, well, hey, maybe this time they got their act together. Then I was always like, this sucks. Like, what? So I would say, yeah, I mean, they're going to be drop-offs. I don't think their drop-offs have been too severe here. I think by and large it's been roller coastery for a good part, and it's been ever slightly upticking with the occasional tweak down tick. But I think the general trajectory has been a very, very slow incline. So
right.
Yeah. Are we ready for episode 35?
Yep, I'm already on there.
Okay, well, count us down.
35.
You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
And then put back up the screen so you won't see our ugly faces for the next 20
crap,
years.
I forgot what the title of this episode is, because my disc just continues once I hit play.
Oh.
I forgot. Well, here, let me just look up Spectreman.
Yeah, we'll just do it.
We'll just do it off of the internet. From space. I don't know, he may kill the human race.
Spectreman. I do like the intro.
Episode 35, The Moon Dweller's Revenge.
Oh, well, we'll see, because it seemed like the last episode was sort of its revenge.
Well, that's on here. It says The Moon Dweller's Revenge for episode 34.
Oh. Well, then what's episode 35? Is that also the same thing?
The Moon Dweller's Revenge.
Oh.
That's what it says. Although it's technically different. Japanese, it's Spectreman Gai Shinda, whatever that means.
I don't know. It looks pretty blue sky there.
Yeah, but your monster here for this storyline is coming from the moon.
To the moon. looks like he's constipated there.
Oh my gosh, do we really need this? I mean, I'm all for like a quick review, but this is actually taking just a tad too long.
Well, you could say it just makes the this episode a little bit shorter.
Not in total runtime if you count this.
Oh boy, look at all that destruction with Texaco and GM.
Is that
Signs
supposed
everywhere?
to be a knock on OPEC?
Probably.
No shit, Sherlock. You just ain't too bright, aren't you, son?
Dude, you're a cyborg from Nebula 71.
Haven't you noticed the absence of the Overlord's help here and be like, Spectreman, the kaiju is and it wants to You notice it's just like, whatever, where's my milkshake?
Oh, and I can rewrite physics.
Oh shit,
To
don't get
where
me
it-
started
I
on
can
that.
just
I totally
get out the window.
forgot about that. Oh man.
Here you go, Kent.
Why weren't you doing that already? You're the Overlord. Why do you need mortal papers? And now he's going to pace back and forth. This is
Stop
filler.
on signs.
I told you.
Go figure.
I told you.
Shocker.
This is so dumb. The Overlord, you are worthless. You didn't know that already, or you didn't have something in your database to suggest this? Oh my gosh.
So if you don't know what we're talking about here, surprisingly, the moonstones turn out to be eggs.
I told you.
I didn't say it's like
No, I know
I
you
didn't
didn't,
disagree
but I'm
with you.
just saying I wanted to be the first to say it. Shut up. Why are you even here? You're worthless. I don't know. You seem pretty indifferent to me most of the time. What's
Man,
with the
look at-
slow-mo run here?
with all
He's
those
trying to be the
signs
Flash.
just scattered everywhere.
Okay, Zack Snyder, we get the point. These guys aren't doing anything. All they've done is watch TV during this whole storyline.
Both them and Kenny. And also, what's the deal with Kenny?
It's old VHS copies.
Oh my God! It
You
looks
don't
like
know VHS.
it looks like they combed Dr. Gory's hair in this.
I'm sure they did. Not anymore.
Yeah. You should have seen it earlier. It looks like he had a comb over.
Boss, what's with the toupee?
What are you talking about, Chorus?
Karis, you bumbling baboon.
I am a mountain gorilla, not a baboon.
Yes, this is DoorDash. Can you come down and let us in? I still can't believe the whole research paper shtick with the Overlord. I can't. Oh man, that's stuck in my craw right now.
It's like you're up there in the sky where you can be closer to the moon. You should you should know all that shit.
I mean, for crying out loud, you made Spectreman, and yet You just are like sitting up there passively observing everything. What a waste. I hope he's not collecting a paycheck from someone. Be a waste of funds.
Be a waste of a job position.
That professor reminds me of maybe somewhere where he turned into a weird creature of sorts. I still can't quite place him.
Don't know. Maybe from another show.
Okay, that's the explanation you got. Well, look at it this way. We're living in an unusual age. That's all you got? Yeah, I can't provide you any further details. What?
And with the next scene, just an airplane coming in.
Yeah, God help us. These are the people that are in charge. Man, if this is how they are, we're all doomed.
Especially with Overlord.
Yeah, you got this dude who needs to read human research papers and be like, now I got it. And then you have this guy here. Look at it this way. We're just living in strange times. Oh, bravo for that insight. Man, that's why they pay you the big bucks. And I'm a peon and I get paid peanuts. Bunch of chumps.
And with Overlord, you would expect, with his name, you would expect them to know literally everything.
First and foremost, let's be honest. It's a incredible issue with the writing of this show. First and foremost, let's get real. That's where the real problem is. Second of all, even if we were to take this whole series as is, where the writers intently wrote the characters like this and actually thought things through, this character is absolutely worthless.
Well, apparently this kid's name is Tommy, not Kenny, so that's a first.
Well, that's the English dub, and I bet if you were to look at the Japanese actual meaning, it comes out as Kenny.
Well, in that one episode with the lighthouse,
oh, I know.
They called him Kenny for that one kid.
You know how, like, almost every boy's name, at least with the English dubs, it's always ending in an E. Tommy, Kenny, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I got better things to do.
This is the wrong professor. This is actually the military. I don't know how you got a hold of our line.
Wrong line. So what if it is? You're a man of science.
You think you're whackers? Is that what it said?
Almost all the characters in here are just absolutely rotten. There are a bunch of people in this episode that deserve to lose their jobs.
Like the scientists.
Because
maybe just cut the scientist funding.
They're all incompetent boobs. I mean, these guys just are worthless.
Oh boy, now you got a volcano.
Oh boy, I wonder what's going to happen with that. I don't know what happens when you stick a volcano into a science fiction show.
I wonder what this does.
Kaboom. Too bad he didn't get run over. I could go for some, like, bloody comedy right now. Neither do you.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Someone we know.
They don't learn. Well, neither do you. You refused to read that research paper, and then you gave it to Overlord, who didn't know jack squat either.
And you never even helped save San Francisco there. What did you learn? Diddly shit.
He learned that, more people die and more real estate gets destroyed if you just leave alone. Uh-oh. Bunch of dumbasses. Oh, look, I see a bunch of tire tracks. You got it. They did that shot a few times.
It looked like they did a bunch of donuts in that open space.
During their off moments.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take 5 here. Woohoo! Well, yeah, that's what tanks are for.
What's with the camera angle thing?
They don't hand out cookies and candy. They're not that smart.
You expect them to listen to your orders?
Jeez.
It's like the way the monsters walk in there. It's like he's just really high.
This sort of reminds me a little bit of the end of The X from Outer Space, if you've seen that one.
Yeah, I think I might have seen that. I think I did see a little bit of that sequel, the X.
Yeah, Monster X Strikes Back. Please tell me the guys were in that. Oh, man.
Don't stand
He
there.
looks disappointed.
Do something. Hooray! It's like what it's doing. Well, no shit. You're a scientist. You should have learned.
Idiot. You're a man of science. You're better than this. Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Don't give me that. That's such hogwash.
And then you fire on it. What the hell? It was just flying away, and then you just fire on it? Not like it was doing anything to you.
A bunch of fuckwits.
Except for maybe destroying a building just to get one of the moonstones from the previous episode. Will you ever learn? What? Well, then why did you attack it? Oh, goody. Gonna get some more Spectreman on Kaiju action here.
Oh, we're going to get some smack talk from this dude again. Oh, you come as a friend. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, $10 that says he will not end up being friends. This is similar to that Ultraman episode where that one skeletal-looking kaiju just wanted to go home, and Ultraman kept beating the crap out of it.
Yeah.
I hope you stick to your word. If you do, I'm going to give you major props in terms of my final score on this episode. No, I will.
And then they...
Oh, yeah, I expect the humans to do that. Why don't you guys say stop? Get out of the atmosphere. Dodge it, dude. Dodge it. Fly away. Like, dodge it. Don't try to engage. Run away, dude. Don't engage it. Oh. You dummy.
Well, you got your wish. Yeah.
This would have been one I would have been more than happy to lose. Hey, I'm all for that. It's like that Adam West Batman boop meme.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I haven't heard that one in quite some time.
We can bring that as part of your soundboard, Jason. You know what this scene reminds me of, Jason? What do you mean, this?
I know I can't do on the.
All right. Where's my $10?
I know I can't put that kind of soundboard on this default React soundboard.
All right. This episode lost some points.
And of course, and that's the reason why you had the volcano.
What a complete dump. I mean, if we thought the last episode to some degree was, I mean, the last episode was sort of dull in some respects. This one just decided, all right, guys, here's some LSD. Let's finish the storyline up. And they went at it.
It just like literally shat the pot.
Probably was on the pot when they wrote this.
Yeah.
George is dead.
It just looked like rags, not clothes.
You do realize people can take clothes off.
Yeah.
Like they say, if you don't see a body, you have to assume they're still alive. Spectreman, and then credits roll. What did he ever do for you?
Oh, and you get the somber sound going.
I was about to say, where's my tiny violin?
Right in the middle of an open space.
And it lingers. angry.
It sort of feels that way.
I mean, that's kind of how this whole storyline, especially with this second half of the storyline, has played out.
Mm-hmm.
It's played out like a Gappa story almost.
Sort of. So looks like this could be a 3-parter.
Yeah, there was something about G-Men and stuff for the upcoming episode.
Yeah, because we never get to see Joji reappearing.
Let me get back to the menu here. All right, Jason.
Oh.
So, okay,
man.
episode 35 on my disc was titled "Is Spectreman Dead?" I'll tell you the title of episode 36 when we're ready to start. When we're ready to start. You okay there?
Yeah. I was just kind of laughing and just inhaling, just kind of made me
Spectreman
want to
Dead,
cough.
and you find it funny. Oh man! All right, Jason.
Yeah, with this one, I probably would give episode 35 a D on this one, just with how everything went. I would have at least expected it to maybe try to rebound from kind of a dull episode in episode 34, but boy, it just kind of turned into a little bit of a shit show for episode 35, and then leaves us hanging for making us think that Spectreman or / Joji is dead in this one. And I think for the first time ever in this series, we're getting a 3-parter.
Yeah, we might.
Episode here, because we never get to see Joji or Spectreman reappearing towards the end of this episode here, and then of course you get to see the Kaiju's children flying back up to the moon and everything. But yeah, with the scientists not yeah, so I don't really have much words on this one, so yeah, it's a D for me.
You know, I'm gonna give this a C minus.
Really?
Mainly because here's this. First and foremost, I like stupid. I've grown to enjoy stupid with Spectreman because there is a stupid charm. But not only that, it's like I just said here a few minutes ago, this sort of reminds me of Gappa. And for those who have listened long enough know I'm a pretty big fan of that movie. And it's not the greatest thing ever, but I think it's a charming film. But the stupidity of this episode, even though I still have a lot of issues with the fact of something like Joji throwing human written research papers up to Overlord and Overlord knows nothing.
Yeah.
I still find that to be very problematic. However, at the same time, I expect that from this series. So
yeah,
on some level,
since we're halfway or a little over halfway into the series now, it's like, why even bother anymore? It's like
I find it
expect this.
I find it endearingly stupid. It's like, you know, it's like when you have a very young toddler do something you know is going to have a bad outcome, and you're like, oh, that's cute. That's kind of how I am with Spectreman at this point, unless you mess with time, as Jason was alluding to, like
I think it was
the last
4.
episode. So, yeah. Look, no doubt about it. It's terrible. It's a terrible episode, but I think its entertainment value helps it because it's so stupid. So that's why I'm giving it a slightly higher grade, a C minus. Otherwise, if I were being more serious about this, I probably would give it a D minus. But I think the stupidity is so cute that I have to give it a little bit of a higher grade. So there we go. So are we ready for episode 36?
Yep, I'm right there at the zero mark with the Richard L. Rosenfeld presents.
Give me just a second here because I wanted to get the titles here. So episode 36, at least on my end, is titled Deathmatch, G-Men versus Monster Vigaron. So we'll find out here. Just give me a second here. All right, are we ready?
Indeed, we are.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
And put the screen back up so you wouldn't see our ugly faces.
Yummy, yummy.
Yep. Need to unmute.
Like a plane. Oh, I have wrong lyrics. Does it matter? It's not an award-winning series.
Yeah.
Unless it's the stupid awards.
But it's a catchy intro, though.
Oh, no, it is. I don't doubt that one bit.
Spectreman.
The double ape episode, which was always fun. I remember we poked a lot of fun at that one.
Yeah. It would have been great that they would have shown one of the scenes where Karis just steps on the guy's head and just goes right into the body.
I have been so desperately waiting for more of that, and we have not had any more of that. Oh, the whale. I forgot the whale's name. Thundergay. Thundergay.
That's right. So funny. Like I always say, it looks pretty fine there. It seems clean. You don't see any exhaust or gas or anything. It's just blue skies.
I don't see any gas. I have no sound on my end for that. Okay, finally.
Yeah, it was the same for me.
Since when did you become sentimental, Dr. Gory? Yeah, right. It barely did any damage. It barely did anything you wanted it to do. I mean, I guess theoretically it killed Spectreman, so maybe that's what he's celebrating.
What he thinks.
When did Kara start wearing purple? Or is that my copy of the...
It's...
Yeah, he looks like he's wearing purple or pink.
Because I think it was gray. But I think they're trying to match it with Dr. Gory's outfit there. Because I know
what, Halloween's coming up in about a month. I want to find a Dr. Gory costume set. I'll go to a college Halloween party. Hey, who's the ape man? Who's the blonde ape man? I. And do the hand gestures. I am the almighty powerful Dr. Gory, you fool. I will take your woman and make her mine. Oh dear, narrator, knock it off.
Have we already done the resurrected kaiju before?
We're not done with it yet, though, Jason. Don't you know how many more episodes of Spectreman Kamen Rider? Let me see here. Ultraman Geed, Ultraman Orb, Ultraman Nexus, Ultraman... We got many more to go.
Well, and I know that we've talked about sort of a different scenario on how to accomplish quite a few of these shows in at least a few parts.
Yeah, although I'm enjoying this, I have to admit. What the heck? Why is Spectreman here? He fell into a volcano.
Did you say Spectreman?
Yeah, I said, why is Spectreman here? He fell into a volcano.
It sounded like
why is he here?
It sounded like you said Spectreman instead of Spectreman.
Spankerman. Why is Spankerman here? I am the mighty Spank. Wonderful Overlord, you finally step in when they needed you. Like, why couldn't you be more helpful more frequently?
Why would you need to know that at this point, Kip?
There was a
the
backup
Overlord.
Spectreman. Why didn't you send him down when he had other troubles in previous episodes?
Oh, wow.
God, I hope this Overlord gets canned.
I think this is the first time we actually see Dr. Gory out and about.
I was about to say the same thing, yeah. Yeah, Car's outfit has changed. I do like this miniature work, even though it's barren, but it's pretty neat.
Mm.
So where did this come from? It sounds like Dr. Gory's always had this one up his sleeve. Oh, I like this here. The crocodile type head.
Like a crocodile / Komodo dragon looking type of creature. The one hand gesture.
Oh my gosh. I dig this design. The frill is too loose, but otherwise I like it. Yeah, I can't believe it either. Go back to your sandwich.
Good.
What is she up to? I got a surprise. You're all going to be gassed.
Oh, God.
That's your equipment? That's official office equipment? Are you kidding me?
Why warning lights?
I could understand if you made that out of your garage, but the government providing that? Oh, man, someone else needs to lose their job. Oh, my gosh. What kind of Japanese alternate universe are you living in?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh, this is tremendously awful.
So it's like, if like you're wasting a lot of pollution or something, if you're kind of like trying to be like one of those cop cars or something with the lights and stuff. So instead of driving cars, you just run or ride a bike.
Yeah, you are the cop car. This is so hilariously dumb. Look at what I made. I mean, that's kind of what the chief is saying. Look at guys.
I made this in my garage just a few hours ago.
Every episode this session has gradually gotten stupider. Oh my gosh, I am not impressed by that. You look ridiculous in that. Speaking of ridiculous, look at those ties. Well, look at it this way. We're living in strange times.
Okay.
It comes around full circle.
You made it strange times there, sir.
Now we're waxing poetic when this guy doesn't know his butt from his elbow. Oh, bullshit. You know, spare me the crap. Now wear your siren helmet. And that's what they have to do is use their mouths as a siren. Wee you.
It may be that little gas mask that they have over that one gal's face when he was presenting. Like that could be part of the speaker.
It Could be
microphone
He's speaking
there.
to it. Wii U. We should title this episode Spectreman Wii U. Oh my gosh. Oh my.
By the way, what the heck happened to Margaret? Because that's not the same woman.
I know she not only looks different, but is like half bald. Yummy. The suit actor's having a tough time climbing up the hill there.
What does this thing do?
That's just being too gentle on it. Kaiju smash.
Oh my god. Just
oh my gosh, they're actually wearing them.
Except only one helmet has the siren and the gal has it.
Look at her short shorts. And she's got like some weird tie thing going. Oh my gosh, she looks so dorky. It's a Japanese version of Steve Urkel.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, they went there.
You're the one that went there. It's like they're on a friggin' pirate ship there.
I know. I was like, what the heck?
It's like this crocodile looking monster has a cape.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a frill, but they just need to get rid of that. Either that or make it more stiff. Here comes the
funny,
Dork
like
Patrol.
I was kind of hoping when they were going on those bumpy areas that the guy in the very back would just like get flung out.
So, could the person in front file a sexual harassment complaint?
I mean, she's got the little red light thing on the helmet there. It's gonna be in some sort of use there.
They need to rename the series the Dork Patrol. You can tell the chief, the man who brought in those suits, look at him. He's not wearing them because he knows how stupid they are. A monster has been sighted in Japan.
You kidding me?
Very, very worried. Oh, yeah, it definitely sounds like it's in danger. The Earth is in danger. Please help.
Like all he is doing is just wandering the rural countryside there.
I mean, he killed a few people on a lift, but you know,
and in the lake too. But
I mean, you know, collateral damage. But the Dork Patrol thinks
God.
otherwise.
The usual cow noise. Come on.
So far, they have not given me a reason to think that this kaiju is a threat.
Yeah.
I hope this gal got a very good paycheck for this episode.
Just with how this episode is presented, it looks like she does not have any eyebrows whatsoever.
No.
What are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing, dude?
What the hell?
Practically leaving her behind.
That's not how she landed, but okay.
You should have done that from the get-go. When you guys are going the opposite direction. What the heck?
One of them on foot running could have gotten there sooner.
They should have stopped, like, when she fell off. But yet they kept on going.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, from the start of this episode, it just went from dull to like literally insane in the third episode. To
The
like
kaiju
outlandish.
the kaiju for this episode should have been a shark because they jumped the shark with this one.
Well, they did have a shark, it wasn't like a literal shark a few episodes ago.
I am partially speechless because I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
Same here. Like, I literally don't know what to say. And, like, why are you running away from the guys? You should have stuck with them. I thought she was going to turn it on. I was like,
she
what's
was
that
too,
gonna
like,
work?
how's that going to help you? That's just going to make you more appealing to the kaiju.
It's like you're literally far away to where they can't even find you, and it's like the light's not going to help out one way or another. He's just taking off from Nebula. Oh, this is actually a 4-parter? Holy shit. Oh, man. We're going to have to wait for another week how this thing concludes.
Is this the Overlord here?
I think so.
They'd have him terminated for trying to save the Earth while he's like half dead. What kind of civilization is this?
The Derp Derp Galaxy.
Wait a minute, the Overlord, I think, looks like Spectreman 2, I think.
I think so.
I think so.
Because, like, you're seeing different shots there.
Yeah.
I never realized this after 8 years. Boy, it's a bit of a long shot here. Kind of making things a bit dull.
By now, I would have been able to bake 2 cakes and a pie.
I'm sure of it.
We get it. Show us something else other than them climbing. Fuck. This series occasionally does that where they just have these prolonged shots of basically nothing.
And what's the point of them wearing the mask?
Yeah. What'd it do? Fart?
Probably is like those capsules contained all their farts from the past 5 years.
Unbelievable. They don't need Spectreman. Look at, they took care of it themselves. Watch, it wakes up and stomps on him. That's the end.
Boy, that didn't last long.
Bunch of ranked amateurs.
Boy, that flimsy thing didn't last long one bit.
Well, from a fashion standpoint, he did him a favor.
Yeah.
Flapping his hands, the kaiju. Yeah, he's not hanging from something.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I think there's other familiar howls that we've heard from previous episodes.
What
For
the
a second,
hell
I
is all
thought the
that?
video froze.
Yeah, like... I know I should be excited, but I'm not.
After from what we've seen the past, 20 minutes?
What the... That made no sense. What was that cut? Oh, that's like a Mortal Kombat uppercut.
Like I said, since we're over the halfway point on this show, it's like I don't even know. It doesn't matter to me anymore. It's like we should expect this.
It's almost as if there was a different director here, because everything seems so different in
like
tone.
It's like they threw him right at the screen there.
All right, so I take that back. That's the freeze frame shot you need to put on the cover here for for this episode. All right, Jason, take it away. You're up to bat.
Like I said, I don't even know what to say at this point with this show. It's like it went from dull from episode 34 to Nuck and Futz here in episode 36. Yeah. But at least, like, at first I thought we were going to get a 4-parter the way it sounded like, but then at the end there, get Joji back and Spectreman back. Yeah, with this one, I'd probably give it a D- on just how Nuck and Futz's thing was. It felt like it was all over the place and just sheer stupidity and craziness, especially with what the lead G team leader just presented the guys with this helmet with the face mask and the light.
And he never wore it himself.
Yeah, it's
he knew it was stupid.
Rules for thee, but not for me. Sort of shtick.
I've never heard that. That would have been funny if he announced that in the room they were in and then laughed it off and everyone's like,
It's like, no, you guys are going to wear this, but I'm not. But I felt sad for that gal that that was the only one that had the police cop light on the
And
helmet
she
there.
had some weird tie thing going on. Her shorts were very short. I mean, like I said, I hope she got paid very well for this episode because she looked absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, and also it's like whatever the heck happened to Margaret, because we've seen her in the previous 2 episodes prior to this episode, and I mean there probably was something behind the scenes where she probably wasn't able to make the episode. Probably had to do something, but
Maybe she died.
boy, that's sure a mystery because we never
It's
get
a possibility.
explanation.
It's a possibility.
Because I mean, we sure didn't get an explanation as to why. So it's like,
Look, you're looking for explanations out of the Spectreman series. You're in the wrong series. That's on you now.
It's on me. So it's whatever. So I'm still giving this episode D-.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a D- as well. This one isn't stupid funny like the last one. This one is downright stupid. I enjoyed the Dork Patrol. I was trying to say dork at the same time. I got ahead of myself, but I enjoyed the Dork Patrol here. That probably is the highlight of this episode. Otherwise, the Kaiju, by and large, looks okay, minus the frill. The frill was pretty cheap, and I'm glad Spectreman tore it off
right away.
But there's some really weird cinematography during that fight at the end. Some of it, I think, is out of place in terms of the way events unfold. Yeah. You know what? No, I'm giving this an F. This is bad. I mean, Dork Patrol was hilariously bad. The Kaiju, is good, but it's not enough to save this episode. I don't understand where this Vegaron came from. It almost seemed like Dr. Gory had this, in his arsenal for a long time, but obviously it's not mentioned. And again, would you, honestly expect this to be explained? This isn't fun. It's not fun. It's not even hilariously bad. It's close to that, but not exactly.
And, at the beginning of this episode, I just realized this now, where they were talking about him resurrecting all the monsters and stuff. Whatever the hell happened to that whole plot?
We had one of those episodes a few podcasts ago, and you and I both complained how ridiculous it was because he was so stupid. Instead of using all those kaiju to go after Spectreman and to team up with one another, he decided to have this stupid NCAA March Madness tournament with them. And whoever came out on top, which was his brand new cyborg creature, whatever it was.
Gillian, I think it was called.
What? It doesn't matter. Yeah. It doesn't matter because he was so
it's on that screen right there.
I mean, he was... Don't get me back to that episode because I had a huge problem with that because Dr. Gory, who seemed like a relatively competent villain, came off as one of the dumbest villains I had ever seen when we got to that episode because I'm like, if you had multiple henchmen, wouldn't you think to be like, hey, I'm going to send all of you out there to destroy my nemesis instead of saying, hey, why don't you kill each other and the last one standing goes out and kills my nemesis? No, there's strength in numbers. There's a reason why that saying is out there. There is strength in numbers. But I don't want to rehash an old episode. This one's just dull. I mean, it's bad.
Not just dull, but just dumb. Outright dumb.
It's dumb. It's not funny dumb like the last episode.
Yeah. at least we're done with this episode. So hopefully,
we're not done with this series.
Yeah, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we get something like from episodes. What was it?
31 through 33.
Yeah. Now I'm starting to forget. It's like this show's starting to affect me. This show is starting to affect me. But yeah, so is that it for today's episode here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so thanks for watching this.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully this new format is something you enjoyed and got a kick out of.
Yeah, so with that, if you see a subscribe button down below or above wherever you're watching us, make sure to subscribe to Daikaiju Network, and as well as smash the like button on this video. And if you have anything on your mind on this episode, make sure to make a comment down below this video. And
unless it's negative. If it's negative, keep that shit to yourself.
Whatever. And you can find everything Daikaiju Network all in one place at our Linktree URL right there on the screen there, /Daikaiju Network. And we're on video platforms such as YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Facebook, and as well as X, formerly known as Twitter. And we're also on audio platforms such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, as well as TuneIn, and as well as Podbean. So we'll need to be updating the graphic here fairly soon. And you can find both video and audio versions of our episodes on our own website there at daikaijunetwork.com.
We hope you enjoyed this episode, and we will see you next week with more Spectreman goodness.
All right. We'll see you guys next Sunday.